everybody, it's me, Anita Nuations, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a drawing tutorial on how I draw heads, but I'm going to start off with how my art teacher taught us to draw heads with the mathematical parts to it. My head style I normally use to draw more cartoony version, like more cartoony heads, and the head that my teacher showed us was when she was showing us how to draw, well, she was referring how to draw a head for making a realistic one, but you could probably use it for drawing more cartoony. And my style head, you could probably use it for drawing more realistic in that too. And the reason why I'm doing this video today is because my little sister asked me how I draw heads. Well, to show her how. And so I thought, well, why not make a video about it? It'll be there for her to go back and see whenever she wants. And it'll also be there to help other people. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with the version that my teacher told us. And so you're going to want to start off with a shape for your head. So you kind of want to draw like an oval. And then you're going to want to draw a line down it for your midline, so you know you're drawing in the center. And so then you're going to draw a line halfway through the center, halfway through half of the center circle, and that's where your eyes are going to be. And then halfway between this line that we just drew for the eyes and the bottom here, which would be your chin, you're going to want to draw another line. And that is where your nose is going to go. And then halfway between the line for the nose and the chin, you're going to want to draw another line. And so the line for your eyes is halfway down the circle. The line for the nose is a quarter. And the line for the mouth is 1/8. And so for the head, you can fit 5 eyes. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so you should be able to fit 5 eyes across the head. And the eyes are supposed to be about in proportion to the head. So here's where one eye would be. And this would be my other eye. Sorry. And then you'd want to draw your eyebrows above. And then this is where your nose will rest on the line. And then you'd want the bridge going up. And then down here you'd have your mouth on the lines. So everything here will rest on the lines. And then for your ears, you just want to put them off to the side in the section between the line for your eyes and the nose. And so then you just draw your hair and whatnot, however you want it to go. And then that was just for looking straight on. For if you wanted to draw it more at an angle, like the face looking a different way, you draw your middle line a different way, then half, a quarter, and 1/8. So you'd have your nose here, and then your eyes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this eye would clearly be bigger, and then this eye would be a bit smaller because it's further away. And then you got your nose and your mouth. So that's the way that my teacher showed us today in class. So I thought I'd share it with you. Now I'm going to show you the way that I normally draw my heads. From just friends helped me learn it and videos. So I basically got to where I am now with drawing my heads on my own. And so my tutorial here, I'm not telling you how to draw. I'm just showing you. You can take it and construct it and build it into your own style of drawing your head. And so what I normally do out here is I normally just sketch a circle and then I draw a line straight down it. And I go under it a bit. And then not too far under the circle, I draw another line. And then I just go down, and sometimes I might curve it out a bit like this, but I tend to just kind of go straight out, but at it with a curve. And I connect it to this bottom line here. And so then I do the same thing for the other side, try and get them symmetrical. Oh, and I forgot to mention one thing here. My teacher, she told us that the neck, it comes out from the ears here. Here, I'll use a different color. So your neck, normally people draw it thin, but it comes out from your ears. So it's like this. See? So you don't want to drawing it here. That's a no. You want to draw it coming out from the sides. Now I have a hard time doing that myself because I tend to feel like I'm drawing my neck too thick. But I tend to draw little lines like this here because you have those little things like that on your neck. But anyway, back to mine. Sorry about that. So I got this line here, and under this I would draw my mouth, and then I'll draw another line just over the bottom of the circle, and then in the half of the circle I'll draw a circle. I mean another line, sorry. And then in there I will draw my eyes in the center. I'm just doing a quick sketch of my eyes. This is how I've been drawing them lately. So I'll have my eyes, I'll try and make them the same size, look the same, not really trying right now because don't want this to take too long. And I draw a little fold. And then I normally draw my eyebrows around where the line is, just above the eyes. And then I've been kind of drawing this little bridge part for the nose lately, and then in between these two lines I draw my nose. So depending on how I want it to look, I draw my nose shape a bit different. Then I might add these little things. And then I'll draw a mouth, just a quick mouth there. And then for the ears, it's the same as the last one. I'll draw them in between the first and the second line. I'm not going to put much detail into how I draw my faces and that today. Maybe I'll make another video one day on how I draw my faces. And then I'll have my neck coming down here. So see, that would probably be the better way to draw it, but I tend to draw them more like this. You want your neck to get thicker at the bottom and thinner at the top normally. So that would be my head straight on. Now, I'm not too good at drawing my heads at an angle or anything. So, but I've been working on it. I kind of got it down. So it's kind of the same method here. So this one here would be a head at an angle. I'll draw my circle. And then off to the side of however you want the head shape to be, I want you to be able to see some of her eyes. So I'm going to draw a line straight down for the same way. A line. And then I'm going to draw this. And then I'm going to draw this all the way up into there. So this side here is longer because you're seeing more of the side here. And then I'll draw a little portion off for where the ear area would be. And I'll draw my other line for my nose and halfway up for the eyes. So then the eyes go here. My nose, try and see less there. And then the mouth. And then I normally might draw a little circle here so I can get a good shape for my ear. And I'll work on it. And it'll be like that. And then you want your neck coming up like this. You just gotta work with it and meddle around with it. And kind of like with the other one where I said that the closer eye will be bigger, that's how you want it for this. This one's bigger, this one's a bit smaller. And then you just draw your hair. If you're gonna have hair that goes in front of your ear, you don't need to bother drawing the ear, otherwise it's kind of like just pointless. And now, okay, I'll try and show you her drawing a face off to the side more. Sorry, my camera's tilting. And then so I want it here, but I don't really want you to see the eye, the opposite eye, so I'll draw it at this angle. I'll kind of draw it like this. Draw it as close to the edge as possible. The one going down the center, I kind of skipped a step. And then I want the line going down underneath it. And so what I'll do is I'll draw my chin here. And I don't want right here being too steep because that's where her mouth area is. And then I'm just going to connect it up here. Her neck would be here. And so her nose area and her eye area. So normally I might just bring that out right there. And then you want to try and get her mouth in there. See, I try and make it more chin area at the side view. And then, the camera's tilting. Let me just try and put something in there to keep it up. Pencil sharpener, do it a trick. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Okay, so anyway, back to here. And then I'll just try and draw my eye. But in a way so that looks like she might be looking forward. I am not very good at this yet. So this probably isn't a very good way to draw it. And then her ear would probably be somewhere back here. Because your ear wouldn't be right here. That's like a no-no. So you just gotta try and figure it out for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty easy. You just gotta practice. And then, so like, I've got to practice more on this way, but see that's, I don't draw the eyes on the line for my version. I don't draw nothing on the line like this one here. This one here is probably more better for a realistic version, but if you want to draw cartoony, this is how I do it. Draw them all in between the lines. And so I'll try and show you another way of drawing a face where I draw the chin a bit different. Because you don't need to do it perfectly smooth. So I'll just draw off to the side here. Might be a little confusing for you since it's not in the center, but so I draw my line. I'll come down here. I might bevel it out a bit, and then this would probably be like a chin for someone with a more broad chin. But I don't always draw this for drawing my faces. I don't always map it out. So I'll show you how I draw my heads without the circles and everything. So if I'm just like sketching in class, or something, I might just start with the eyes. And I tend to start, if I'm just doodling, I start drawing eyes. Then maybe I'll put a nose here. And then I want her other eye here. That's a little far off. Let's move that in a bit. And so, once I got her facial features down, just draw a quick lip because I spent too much time drawing those eyes. I normally might come down from her eyes, or his eyes, whatever, and I might draw the chin. So I just draw lines going down, or I might try and give it more body. This looks like more of a man's face. Normally I draw girls. So, kind of something like that. Or I might just start with the chin. Yeah, sometimes. I'll just draw a little pointy chin like this. Which might do if you're drawing more chibi style. There, and I gotta get the lips in there. Try and get them in the center. And then I want a nose. Let's get that on the center actually. Let's just go with that. And her eyes. Those are puffy lips. So got the eyebrows, so then there's the chin, and then I just put the ears about even to the eyes if I'm gonna have the ears feeling, and then I want to go and draw in the hair. And so let's try and draw it at an angle. So I might draw this more like this. Try and draw this side shorter because I want her looking, head turning this way. So this side would be longer. And then there's the middle line, so the nose would be about here. And then this eye would be the smaller eye. And then this eye would be a bit bigger. And then I'd probably put the ears here on this side. But I don't normally draw that line. I kind of just blindly place them like I did there. But just doing it freehand, I find I don't get much body into it as I would if I did the whole circle thing. I find it's more rounder and clean, while if I go like this, it might be more sharp. Let's try that again. Bam. Smaller eye. Bigger eye. In your mouth. Oh, that chin should be this way more then. Okay, so that's it for my tutorial on drawing heads. If you like, please leave a like And if you have any suggestions for future videos or tutorials, leave a comment down below. Subscribe if you want to see more. And that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helped you. I hope you found this of use. So, I hope you have fun drawing. And that's all for today. I'll see you in my next video of whatever type of drawing video I make. I hope you have a good day. So, yeah. Bye!